It's
Is
good.
that better?
It's perfect. Hey, everybody! This is day 96 of my Appalachian Trail through hike, and just want to again extend just a very, very sincere, very warm thank you to Brian and Don. They hosted me through my blisters, through a heat wave, and I just don't know what I would have done without their support and their friendship. So I'm gonna get back on the trail. Brian's gonna drive me up to a trailhead, and then I'm gonna start heading up to a Delaware Water Gap. But again, I wanted to say thank you to Brian and Don for their hospitality, and hope that they come down to Virginia. I know they will come down to Virginia, but hope they'll let us reciprocate.
Definitely.
So I appreciate it.
Nice meeting you, Pete,
Yeah,
and having
all
you.
right. Hey, take care. So I've been walking in this kind of terrain for a good part of the day, and this is the Roxylvania part of Pennsylvania, and it's just going to be like this for a real long time. And this was the kind of stuff that I wasn't really looking forward to, but I've come to embrace it, and just a big part of it is just walking a little slower through it, so that I do have a good place to put my feet. And as soon as I slowed down and decided to not have to go as fast as I usually do on better groomed trail, then things got a lot easier, and I think I am accepting it a little bit more than when I was trying to rush through the rocks and it was getting aggravating. It's one of the prettiest views that we've had in a while. Just looking down in Lehigh Valley, I think. You see a lot of these humongous warehouses in Pennsylvania, but they've got a lot of industry up here. Hey, here's a pretty view. It's called Showers Step Vista. It's very pretty, and these trail folks have cut the trees so that we get a view, which is really, really wonderful. So man, it's very beautiful. It's getting pretty windy. I think there's a storm coming. I think you can see it there in the distance. So I'm gonna get moving. I don't know if there's a shelter around here, but I might have to take shelter underneath my poncho and umbrella in a bit. But I know the valley needs the rain because the corn was all shriveled up when I was coming up earlier. Hey, it's kind of raining, so I've got my umbrella up, but just wanted to show that hit the 1,200 mile mark, and I think by the end of the week I'll probably get close to the 1,300 mile mark. So pretty excited about that, and hopefully the rain will end before I have to pitch tent. Just so incredibly pretty. All this green in the middle of the forest. Hey everybody, just wanted to show you where I'm camping tonight. This might be the first time that I've camped alone since the trail. So I'm at the Hurt Line camp location. There's a nice little creek right here, so good water supply. But it's fairly lonely. I think it's almost 8 o'clock. Let me see. Yeah, it's almost 8 o'clock, so I don't think anybody else is going to be joining me, but that's okay. No problem. I'm not afraid. I'll make it through. A lot of people want to know how I set up camp dinner. So this is it. Fuel, stove. About a cup and a half of water, generally. Spork. A little bit of olive oil. It's gonna be the dessert, my little bag of M&Ms, but I'll eat those in my tent. And then this is my, I think it's a Mountain House meal. It looks like it's chicken teriyaki and rice. I forgot to label it, but I think that's what it is. And this is a freezer Ziploc bag, quart size, and you have to have the freezer type bag so that it won't melt when you pour boiling water in it. I don't usually bring it to a tumbling boil, just because I think it's a little overkill for that. And then the water goes into the bag. Stir it around with my spork. Seal it up, and then I wait. When it has any meat in it, or in particular rice, you have to wait at least 10 or 15 minutes for everything to reconstitute. And this little titanium pot is already cool enough for me to touch, and so that I put my food into my pot, and I kind of eat it out of the Ziploc bag while it's in the pot. It just a little bit easier to handle. But that's and then right before I eat it, I'll mix in a couple of tablespoons of olive oil, and that's how I make my dinner. And then when I'm done, I just roll up this Ziploc bag and put it in my trash bag, and that goes in my bear bag. I hope that answers some of your questions. Hey everybody, just closing up day 96, and everything went pretty well today. It was a kind of a shorter day. Made it to campsite, Hurt Line campsite, and there's nobody here. But it's by a nice creek. And tomorrow I am headed into a place called Hamburg to resupply. I think it's at 19 mile day tomorrow. I'm going to get up, obviously at the crack of dawn and hit the road. But it's hot and humid. It's just, I think that's really going to be the theme for the next, at least 45 days, maybe 60 days. It tried to rain a little bit today, off and on, but it wasn't bad. Had some rocks, but I embraced them, and just looking forward to, good night's sleep and getting up, real early at the crack of dawn and getting moving before it gets too hot tomorrow. Okay, please leave me a comment, and I'll see you in the morning. Take care.